What's up, YouTube? For today's video, with me, Full Kyurem versus the Sword of Justice movie Pokemon team. This was released on the 14th of July 2012 in Japan, so we got a good 10 plus years ago, making you feel pretty young, right? I would have been a solid 23 years old then. Wow, so strapping lad. Now, I did make a little bit of a boo-boo here, people. I accidentally did this before like 4 other movies, and the reason I did that because I checked in Google on the movie order, and it just came up before these for some reason. I'm not sure why. I'm looking back now, and it's still there, so I'm going to have to do the 4 ones before this. So just imagine I've done all those, and then in the future I'll be able to do the ones that I missed out. So I'm going to try and get those 4 movies I did miss out in between this one before Gen 9 is over. All right, so getting around that mess up, we'll go to the battle. This is the battle against Lychee, and we got a Bravo lead, and a quality matchup there for Terrakion, you know what I'm saying? So I'm going to be swapping out the Terrakion and going into Cobalion. Also got the appropriate music going here at the moment for the Musketeers. So my opponent does have a theme team as well, so see if you can guess it. If you can guess it, leave it below in the comment section. And if you enjoy the videos, people, please leave a like, and that helps out so much. We're going to have this special Cobalion set here. This is pretty cool. So we got Steel Beam, Volt Switch, Focus Miss, and Air Slash. The item is Trace Specs, as I mentioned. We got Max Speed and Max Special Attack, Timber Nature. So the Cobalion's a very fast Pokemon already, so you can probably even run Modest Nature if you wanted to hit like a little bit harder. So we've got the swapping out there with the Volt Switch, some good damage there, and now we got the Taurus. So I was like, well, I can use Terrakion here, I could go for a Focus Miss, what could go wrong? And we got a special Taurus here. I think I'm not sure if that was a Sheer Force Ice Beam there. I think I took it a little bit too well for it to be a Sheer Force Ice Beam, but regardless, that is going to be the end of the Taurus there to a Focus Miss, which is good. I was actually worried I would miss that. Now, Virizion moveset was Calm Mind, Focus Miss, Giga Drain, and Air Slash. Their sets are kind of similar, like they both have Focus Miss and Air Slash. We also had the same EVs there, Timber Nature and Max Speed, Max Special Attack. So going for the Focus Miss on the Bravery, I thought I'd go for a little bit of a different play there in staying in on the flying type. Maybe they do something different. They did. They went for Retaliate, and the result, well, was virtually the same. So Virizion is going to get dropped there by a Retaliate, which is very, very powerful coming from Bravery. Next Pokemon I'm going to bring in is going to be Cobalion. So I was sort of swapping back Cobalion and Terrakion a lot at the start of the game. They worked quite good there with the Volt Switch being some nice momentum. So I've got Volt Switch here, which will be super effective, which I'm sure will take out the Bravo. But I was thinking, are they going to swap it into another Pokemon? I was like, you know what? The worst thing that could possibly happen is they swap another Pokemon, and I can, bring a Pokemon that's going to be good against that. So I went for the Volt Switch here. They did not swap, and Bravery is going to be fainting. So that's a pretty good start to the battle there. I've only lost 1 Pokemon. We took out the Taurus and the Bravery there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in my Kyurem. So this is a pretty cool Kyurem set. Pardon the pun there. We've got Glaciate. I wanted to run a signature move. Snore, Rest, and a Sleep Talk. So this one was... Actually, no, Dragon Breath was the other move. So I've got Throat Spray as the item, so I could go for a Glaciate to drop speed, which Glaciate is virtually Icy Wind, but like a little bit more powerful. That's it, really. So now we got this Meowth going for a Force Pump. I think they're going to go for a Paralysis with that set, because that's the only benefit of running a Force Palm there. They did not get the Paralysis, thank goodness, and I got some really good damage there. Glaciate. So like, okay, well, this is actually pretty good. I could go for a Rest here and then finish it off with a Snore and activate Throat Spray. I may even get a flinch on Snore, possibly if it doesn't actually faint it. So I'm confident it will faint though, because Kyurem's got a lot of special attack. Meowth's going to be swapping out there. So like, okay, it probably has Regenerator, and in comes the Escavalier. It's like, wow, I can't do anything to Escavalier at all. Like, my moves are completely walled. My EVs were... Wow, these are the same EVs as my last 2 Pokemon. I had a lot of speedy special attackers in this team. I had Timber Nature, Max Speed, and Max Special Attack as well. Lots of speedy special attackers today. So as you can see, I can't do anything to Escavalier at all. We're going to go into Keldeo. So Keldeo is going to be we got a Choice Scarf set here. So Max Speed, Max Attack. We got Adam Nature, Close Combat, Liquidation, Stone Miss, and Retaliate. We've got the Escavalier going for a Dynamax here. So I was kind of curious what moveset Escavalier would be running. This thing at Dynamax, it's so tanky. If you don't have a fire move, you're in a lot of trouble. And I'm looking through my team like, yep, I don't have a fire move. So here comes Max Ooze. I'm like, wait. This is a special set. So This is a, I think that was coming from like, I want to say Venoshock, Venoshock on the Escavalier, boosting its special attacks. It's like, well, I don't want to get swept by a special Escavalier because that'd be very embarrassing. So I could go for a Desperation Dynamax Keldeo and go for Max Geyser. Now, Keldeo's attack really isn't the greatest in the world here. Usually you got to, probably use Sword Dance for it to get some sort of decent damage, but I don't really have this on this set. I've only got a Choice Scarf one, so I'm going to go for Max Geyser. I'm going to hit it with my strongest Water type move and then hit it again while I've got the Rain up. At least that was the plan what I was going to do, right? But yes, I think I've watched this movie. I've watched this movie once. That's it. How old were you when this movie came out? I said I was 23. There you go. That was my age. But I wonder if there's going to be someone that wasn't born then. Surely not. That can't be possible. Maybe if you're 10. Wait, if you're 11 right now, you'd be 0. So there might be that one person. Anyway, so here comes another Max Zeus Escavalier, and that's got +2 in special attacks. So, okay, well, I think I can live this next move here. I can hit it with another, Max Geyser. That will do some good damage. And in fact, I was like, you know what? I'm going to go for Max Knuckle here. I know Max Geyser won't take it out, but if I go for Max Knuckle and then Max Geyser, that'll be enough to take out this Escavalier, right? That'll be nice. So go for Max Knuckle. Give me a +1 an attack. That's going to be very, very good. I'm going to be locked in as well to a pretty powerful attack, which is going to be nice. Now, Escavalier has popped out a Max Overgrowth. Like, uh-oh, this is bad. Because, that's super effective. And Keldeo is going to go down to a critical hit there. I don't know whether it actually mattered or not because it did have +2 in special attack. But I think that was coming from, I'm trying to think, Grass Knot. I believe that was coming from Grass Knot. And regardless, it came from a grass move and Keldeo is going to be faked in there. So special Escavalier, people. So that's the end of Keldeo. I was like, okay, we have to take out the Escavalier right now. It's still got like well over half its health. We're going to go into Cobaline now. So Cobaline, I was thinking, well, my strongest move here obviously is going to use Focus Miss. That should do a lot of damage. Will it take it out? I think it's going to get very, very close. And then I can finish off with another one of my Pokemon. I'm quite confident I could actually live any move this thing does to me, because I know that I can live a bug move and a grass move and stuff like that. So go for the Focus Missy on the Escavalier, and that was enough to take out. So clearly my opponent was running, more sweeping EVs on that. So bye-bye Escavalier. Now, the next Pokemon to come in here is going to be Meowscarada, so it's not regenerated. It's like, okay, it's still got the same amount of health. Focus Miss, misses, of course, and now we're going to get hit by a Force Farm here. So I am locked into Focus Miss. I wasn't feeling very confident that I would land the next attack, especially, I'd like to go for another move, but like even a Steel Beam, at least then I'd make sure I'd finish the Meowscarada. But I'm going to be swapping that out and going back into Kyurem. So this might, I was thinking, I'm asleep at the moment. I might be able to get this going. I'm not sure. It sort of depends on how much damage Force Farm does. So here it goes. It does just a little bit over half of my health there. So I don't think I'm going to live the next Force Farm here. But at the same time, I really don't want to swap out into any of my other Pokemon. Because if you look at this team, well, you get to see the whole thing. We got 1, 2, 3 of my Pokemon are weak to fighting. And well, one of them really can't take a hit there, so you might as well say 4. So I had to sacrifice my Kyurem there, unfortunately. At least I did get some initial damage on Meowscarada at the start with Kyurem. So the grassy terrain is going to disappear from the field here. We're going to go into Terrakion. So this is a King's Rock set. We've got Sword Dance, Rock Blast, Double Kick, and Sandstorm. This set's no joke. It's a good meme, but it does hit very, very hard because Terrakion's got a good amount of attack there. So we've got Max Attack and Max Speed, Jolly Nature, and obviously, of course, we've got Justified as all the abilities too. So go for the Disrespect Double Kick there. That is doing a lot of damage, and Meowscarada, I don't think they're going to be swapping out there. This is a very scary Pokemon. So 2 hits and it's down. Now, the next Pokemon to come out here is going to be Bisharps. I was thinking straight away, this must have kind of Focus Sash. Maybe it's got something like Chopple Berry. So I've got Double Kick. I don't really want to go for a Sword Dance here because it may have it's probably definitely got a Steel type move. So I went for the Double Kick here and I was like, okay, this should do a heap of damage. This should be like a one-shot. It did so little damage considering it's 4 times. So this must be like max health and max defensive set. Maybe apparently it was like a Metal Burst set, but it just wasn't quite bulky enough to actually live that. It would have been fine if I had like a Chopple Berry. So last Pokemon here is going to be Machoke, I don't even know how to pronounce that name. how do you, oh wait, does that say human at the end? I think it does. Anyway, so go for double kick here on the Machoke. Rock Blast is going to do donkeys, and it did pretty good amount of damage, but this is definitely a Everlight Machoke, and now Machoke's going to go for a bulk up there, so boosting its defense and attack by one stage. Man, look at those arms there. Look at those pecs. So I can go for another double kick, but it's going to do donkeys. I thought, well, if the Machoke sets up another bulk up here, at least I can equal those boosts in, attack versus defense. So I can get that and then go for double kick again. So going for Sword Dance here, boosting my attack. Hoping the Machoke doesn't hit with a fighting type move because a Terrakion isn't exactly what you call the most bulkiest Pokemon. Here comes a Revenge. So Revenge does a lot of damage there. Definitely Machoke is invested all in bulk there. Otherwise I would have been absolutely dominated. So I could go for a double kick here and try and get a flinch. I was trying to get one with King Drop. I'm doing pretty good damage here considering it is double kick. But unfortunately Machoke is going to have rest. So it's a rest. I'm assuming it's a rest sleep talk set. So it's got rest, sleep talk, Revenge, and bulk up. Revenge gets a nice little boost as well. I'm not going to be, Machoke's not going to be outspeeding Terrakion, so it's going to get its little boost there. So I was thinking, should I go for Sword Dance? I was like, if I go for Sword Dance, my opponent might roll Revenge, and then I'll waste any opportunity of getting any damage off. So I was like, you know what? Let's just go for double kick. Let's get that solid double kick damage. And if it gets sleep talk, well, I'll just go for double kick again. That'll be really, really good. So Machoke's going to be closing its eyes at the moment, and it's going to go for sleep talk there. Obviously, you'll be running sleep talk on this set. And the Machoke ends up rolling the Revenge, and yeah, that's going to be the end of Terrakion there. So I had a feeling that would happen. I don't know. I just had, get that gut feeling about something. So Terrakion is going to be fainting there. I've got Cobalion and Pikachu left, so we're going to go into Pikachu here. I just picked the most popular Pokemon in this, the most used Pokemon in this movie too. That's what I always do if I didn't mention that. Pikachu, I can go for the Thunderbolt here. I've got the Light Ball, should do some pretty good damage here. And Machoke still managed to tank that. Now Machoke is asleep for one more turn here. The only bad thing would be if it does roll a Sleep Talk or Revenge, there's no way Pikachu will live. And it got a Revenge, like, oh, come on. So Pikachu is going to get dropped there in one shot. It was a max attack and max special attack set with Naive Nature. A little bit of a mix set with T-Bolt, Quick Attack, Iron Tail, and Agility, and Lightning Rock. So my last Pokemon is Cobalion. We've seen this a lot in this video. I can go for any attacking move here. And I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go for a Disrespect Steel Beam because I know, judging on the amount of health that I've got left, I'll be living on 3 health, and that'll be a very, very nice way to finish this battle. Imagine if I missed, though, I would have been crying. So go for the that was sort of just like looking back in hindsight. I probably shouldn't have done that because I could have missed. So Machoke is going to faint there, and that is the end of the very first battle there. Really cool team. And let's get on to battle number 2. But those Sleep Talk Revengers getting rolling, both of them. That was very, very nice little comeback there by Machoke. This is a battle against Mr. Guy again. And this is also a pretty, I think this is a theme team as well. I mean, if you can guess what the theme team is, let me know in the comment section of the video too. And I do like it when people bring theme teams because it brings like different topics into the video too. And some of them could be, well-known ones, but some of them could be a little bit more niche. So I've got Kyurem as the leader. We've got a Noivern lead. I mean, Glaciate's going to do a lot coming from Kyurem's special attack. So I was like, you know what? Even if Noivern does swap, there could be a good chance of that happening. The next Pokemon will have their speed drop. The Noivern did not swap, and it is going to go down in one hit. So bye-bye, Noivern. Maybe they expected to actually outspeed me there. I was running speed EVs. Next Pokemon is going to be Strawberry? Last time I had a strawberry, it was really bitter. It was absolutely disgusting. So Scissor's going to go for a Bullet Punch there. I've never seen that in my life. And that does very good damage to Kyurem. But Kyurem's got a little bit of bulk to it, so I'm actually able to live that. Now I'm going to go for Glaciate and do as much damage as I can to it. Obviously, it's not going to do much. It's a Scissor, and it's not going to matter that I've dropped its speed because Bullet Punch is priority. So I can possibly swap that Kyurem out there, use Rest and Snore later on, now that I can use Rest because I've taken damage, and go into Cobalion. So Cobalion should be able to, take this out. So now Scissor's going to go for a Sword Dance here. I'm guessing they predicted me to swap, which was fairly obvious there because I couldn't live another Bullet Punch. I could go for a Focus Miss or a Volt Switch. I know the Volt Switch won't take Scissor out, so I was like, you know what? Let's roll the dice. Let's go for Focus Miss. And it landed. I was like, yes. So this is going to do a lot of damage to Scissor. Scissor's special defense isn't the greatest in the world there compared to the defense, and it's going to go down. So that's very, very good there, getting rid of Scissor. Very, very scary Pokemon. I'd say Scissor was probably going to go for like like Brick Break or Superpower. Next Pokemon is going to be Zapdos. So Zapdos is, I can hit with Air Slash, but I'm locked into Focus Miss at the moment. So that's kind of bad. It's like, I don't want to Dynamax just yet. So we'll swap out the Copeline and we'll go into Keldeo. So unfortunately, this was going to go for a Drill Peck here. And when you look at my team, I'm not sure if they predicted that swap in, but that was a good swap in there. I did a lot of damage. I can really only go for Liquidation. Like, that's the best I can do. I was like, I can't really do much outside that. Stone Miss, well, that's going to miss. It's probably not going to crit. So I'll just go for Liquidation yet. So looking at my team, right, Virizion is 4 times weak to Flying. We've got Keldeo, which is also weak to Flying. And we've got Flying, which is neutral to Copeline and to Terrakion too. So it's quite a scary Pokemon, and it's got a Fighting type move. I'm sure it's got a Fighting type move, so, you know, Terrakion's weak to that, Copeline's weak to that, and so is Kyurem. So it's a really, really threatening Pokemon, this Zapdos. So go for another Liquidation here. The Zapdos went for Endure, and it's going to be eating a berry. So the berry, unfortunately, is going to be a Salad Berry, boosting its speed. So like, oh, this is bad. This is very, very bad. So Keldeo is going to be fainting here. Now, I'm thinking what to bring in is all of my Pokemon are going to get outsped. I was like, okay, Pikachu. I've got Quick Attack on Pikachu here. With the Light Ball max attack, this might be enough to take out Zapdos. It's going to be very, very close because, you know, Quick Attack doesn't have a lot of base power. I know that I'm going to get outsped in one shot or two, like by Zapdos. So I decided to go for the Quick Attack on the Zapdos, praying that it would take it out, but it just wasn't quite enough damage here, and this has Reversal. So that's going to be very, very powerful now. So this has a extraordinarily powerful fighting type move there. It's on a low mana health, and this has got great coverage to completely like destroy the rest of my team. So my only way to actually beat this, will remotely try and beat it, would be the Dynamax for that little bit of extra health. I don't actually need it to to feint the Zapdos. I actually need it to survive the hit here, because Reversal is a very, very powerful attack, and coming from a Pokemon like Zapdos, it's very, very strong too. So we're going to be going for that Dynamax Copeline here. That's the bulkiest Pokemon I've got on my team. There was no point swapping a Virizion. Drill Peck would have one-shotted it, right? And Terrakion, well, that was not as bulky as Copeline either. So we're going to go into the Dynamax. Here comes Reversal, and Copeline just managed to live. That was so, so close there. So that was what I was telling you. I was very, very scared about Zapdos here. There was no point in them Dynamaxing either, because, Reversal was very powerful. So that's the end of the Zapdos there. The good thing is my Copeline is going to get a speed boost too, so I'm going to get at least something out of that. Now, the next Pokemon to come in here is going to be Ninetales. Like, oh, this is good. This is very, very good. So they swapped this in, obviously, to get the Hail to fall. The Hail will be able to one-shot two-shot my Copeline. So I can go for a Max Steel Spike here. This will do a lot of damage, even if Ninetales does have, Protect. They may be trying to use Veil, though, but they're not going to be able to get the Veil off because I'm going to be way too fast here. Maybe they just swapped in to sack it off so the Hail would feint the Copeline. So finish off the Ninetales there in a one-shot, which is good. So no Veils, nothing like that. The bad thing is I've only got one more turn, and Copeline is going to faint to the Hail. But that's good, I'm glad I got rid of Zapdos and another Pokemon. So the next Pokemon to come in here is going to be Toxtricity. So this is kind of bad because I've got nothing to really hit this with. When you have a look at my moves, nothing is effective against us. I can go for Max Steel Spike. That's the best I can really do here. That's stab, so I may as well go for that against Toxtricity. Toxtricity will still get hit pretty hard, but I guess. So go for that Max Steel Spike, and good damage there, half health. So I'm happy with that result. Copeline did a very, very good job on Dynamax there. I really got a lot of use out of it. Here comes the Volt Switch, and that's the end of Copeline. It was fainting this turn regardless, so it doesn't matter. That's all good there. So I've got 3 more Pokeball left. I've still got my Kyurem, and I've got 2 others. So we got the Toxtricity swapping out here, and we got the Delibird coming in. Now, my opponent hasn't Dynamaxed yet, so I'm thinking, I think they're going to Dynamax their Delibird. So if you don't know, Delibird does have the Hustle ability, and Hustle is really, really broken in Dynamax too, because you don't miss, and you still get that, boost in attack. So I've got Glaciate, Snore, and Dragon Breath. I'm thinking here, If I was going to Dynamax my Delibird against this team, I would go for Max Airstream straight away, so I can increase the speed of my Delibird, and I've got a super effective hit that would hit very, very hard against the rest of the team, right? So here it goes. That's why I went for the Glaciate. Glaciate should still do some really good damage against Delibird too. Delibird isn't exactly what you call the most bulky Pokemon in the world there. Man, look how big that sack is. So going for the Glaciate, excellent damage on Delibird and dropping its speed stat. And as I suspected, the Delibird is going to go for a max airstream here. Kyurem will not be living that attack. It's going to be very, very powerful. So that is the end of Kyurem, but at least I actually negated Delibird's speed boost. That's good. Now, my last Pokemon I can swap in here. I can't swap Virizion in. Absolutely not. I'm going to go into Terrakion, and Terrakion has got the Rock Blast here. I can simply go for the Rock Blast there, and that'll easily be able to take out the Delibird in like two hits will take it out. Rock Blast misses on at the point where I need it the most. Now Delibird is going to go for a max airstream here, and it's not going to take Terrakion out, but now it's going to be able to outspeed Terrakion, and it's also going to be able to outspeed my Virizion too, which really, really sucks. So that's pretty much it. Delibird can easily sweep through the last couple of Pokemon there. It all sort of came down to Rock Blast actually missing there. Toxtricity would have been an easy KO as well. I would have outsped it with Terrakion and finished it off. It already taken half health from from the Cope line earlier on, and also had Virizion too, which could have just done any sort of coverage move there, I guess. It wouldn't have been very effective, but it would have been enough to finish it off with the Terrakion and combination there. So last Pokemon is Virizion. Delibird's going to go for a Brave Bird here. No way I'm leaving that one. Virizion is going to get one-shotted. That is the end of the second battle, people. One salty rock smash. Rock miss there on the Delibird really cost me that battle. Hope you enjoyed this movie, team. Peace out.